Welcome, welcome, good people. We are playing Kathy Rain, the director's cut of the game, to be honest. Kathy Rain is a game that was first released in 2016, but which is set in the 1990s and was inspired by TV productions like Twin Peaks. It's a point-and-click adventure with some mystery elements, I think, where we are a detective solving some crimes. Although Kathy, the main character, is a journalist student, that's all I know about the game. It's made in a beautiful pixel art style, which might not be for everyone, but I think it's pretty good. And the director's cut, which was released in 2021, does have some extended scenery and puzzles and mysteries and detective stories. I think. I don't know anything about that game. I've never played the original or never even seen the original. So here we are, but I think that would be a fun adventure to be on. So let's start the game. Kathy Rain, director's cut.
Hey, you.
Hey. Oh, man.
Okay.
Oh, God, this is so comfy. I'm just gonna lie here and suffocate on my own vomit now.
I had a thing I wanted to tell you.
Uh-huh. This room sure looks different when it's spinning.
So I was browsing through the used book ads in the paper when
Listen, Eileen, I'm totally excited about books right now, but...
Wait, hear me out. So I noticed this article about a war veteran from Conwell Springs who just died. I remembered that you used to live there and everything, and...
Oh, how I wish for joyful, blissful sleep.
And get this! His name was Joseph. Joseph Rain.
What did you just say?
You knew him, right? I knew it! I knew you'd know him.
Ah, we can choose. So that's funny. We share a room, obviously. This is so American. Can't believe it. I mean, they're too old to share a children's room like that, but here we are. So we contradict each other, right, with our roommate. We are the punk style, drinking, partying, messy girl, and she's the tidy, modest, work-focused Christian girl. So, okay, she has a story for us. Yeah. He was my grandfather, because, I mean, yeah, she talked of a funeral, right? I really don't want to talk about it. I haven't seen him since I was a kid, a lifetime ago. Yeah, let's say that. It doesn't tell her too much. I do not know if we trust her or not, if we are friends, or if we just live together because we have to.
I haven't seen him since I was a kid. A lifetime ago. Hey, wait a minute. I never told you where I grew up.
Oh, well, I might have sort of looked you up.
That is not cool, Eileen. Seriously.
I just couldn't help myself.
Well, one of these days you're gonna help yourself to a restraining order. I'm just telling you this as a friend.
I know. Well, anyway, you should know that the funeral is tomorrow.
Okay.
Are you gonna go?
I don't know. Good night, Eileen.
Good night, Kathy.
Can we do anything? September 25th in 1995, day 1.
Oh, God, make it stop.
Okay, we get up. Use the left mouse button to walk and interact with objects. Oh yeah, it does work. Let's shut that off. It's unnerving.
Looks like Eileen left a note for me here. Hi, Kat. Since it's such a long drive, I set the alarm so you won't miss the funeral. Thank me later. E. I'm so getting a new roommate.
Okay.
Well, I guess I should get going. I'm late enough as it is.
I mean, is this voluntary? Or what's going on here? Why does it look like they were 15 and in high school? But she must be in drinking and driving age. So driving age, I think, would be 16 in America, right? But drinking age at 21, which is pretty wild. But here we are. So they must be grown-ups. Why does that look like maybe a college room or something? I don't know. It's weird. I mean, it's the 90s.
The Thing. One of my favorite horror movies.
The Thing. Electric
My
guitar.
electric guitar. Got it cheap from a lesbian I met at a concert. Helped me get rid of my last 2 roommates.
Okay. Why is it important that it was from a
Pulp
lesbian? It's
Fiction.
funny.
Love that flick.
Pulp Fiction. So these are real movies.
Just some random band poster.
Okay. We don't know which one.
Messy. Just the way I like it.
Okay. Nothing else. A
Our
telephone.
room phone. It's got an external line.
Awesome.
I don't need to make any calls right now.
Yeah, no, we're in the 1990s. No mobile phones yet. Oh, we have a scanner though.
It's some advanced scanner thingy.
That's awesome.
Eileen borrowed it from school. She takes a bunch of computer classes. I'm no geek, but I know how to use one.
Okay.
A computer, that is. Not a geek.
Screens were much bigger back in the 90s. They were huge. Huge thingies.
Color printer. Super fancy, apparently. A fact which Eileen loves to remind me of.
Okay, they have a color printer? Not bad. They're very advanced. And I don't mean the screen itself. I mean in depth. They were just huge thingies that would took a ton of space on your desk. So either this is a huge desk, or I don't know. So that's
Eileen's
the alarm clock.
obnoxious alarm clock. The noise makes me want to stab myself with something dull.
At least it makes you want to stab yourself and not Eileen. That's good, I think.
Eileen's schedule. There's a note for today. Set alarm clock for Kathy. Can't have her miss the funeral.
Eileen's bed?
Eileen makes her bed with surgical precision.
Uh-huh, yeah. Ah, she
That
has
movie's not
posters
out
too.
yet. It's a promo poster Eileen got for being an extra. She tells everyone who walks in here the same joke. Spoiler alert, the boat sinks.
Ah, that's Titanic, isn't it? When was the Titanic film released? I don't remember. It's old though.
I'm fairly sure it's about some guy who falls in love with his golden retriever.
But it wasn't in the 90s, was it? It was in the early 2000s. Ah, I don't
I
remember.
think that movie is about a girl and a boy who hate each other at first and then they fall in love for no reason at all. Oh, wait. That's every romantic comedy ever.
Yeah, that's right, kinda. Oh,
Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name. Eileen Mildred Summers.
ooh, fancy name.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get her for that. I wish I could wrap up that fact and save it for Christmas.
Aw, come on. Don't make fun of other people's names.
Eileen,'s
It's not their
closet,
fault.
filled to the brink with inherited clothes and Christian joy.
What is Christian joy? Do I want to know?
We meet again, Mr. Bear. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault you ended up so close to my lighter. Makeup check, hair check, horrible mood, and contempt for humanity check.
So we are a bit mean, but not as mean as these people would despise us, right?
Eileen's closet,
She was pretty
filled
nice.
to the brink with inherited clothes and Christian joy.
Inherited clothes and Christian joy. I want to open it and I want to know what Christian joy is. Are there vibrators in there? Or what is Christian joy? Did we look at the cross?
Honestly, she can believe in what she wants as long as she doesn't try to shove it down my throat.
Good. Good, if she doesn't. This is so weird. This is so American. Oh gosh. Yeah, keep your religions to yourself. Believe what you like, but but don't be like that. Okay. Can we look at stuff? No. Oh, we can. Okay. So, bed, poster guitar, telephone scanner, yeah, printer, alarm clock, schedule, cross poster, pink bear, mirror, closet, man, yeah, I think we've seen everything, we can fairly say. So, let's leave, shall we? Oh, whoa! We are driving a motorcycle. A very cool looking one. Okay, that's awesome. Where are we going? That's so funny. Ah. That's how we choose? To the cemetery? Uh-oh.
Ugh, just my luck.
Well,
You know why I pulled you over, ma'am?
you need directions to the nearest store. Oh god. Maybe we shouldn't say that. It's gotta be to compliment me on my driving, right? Yeah. She would say that, wouldn't she? That ticket quota of yours wasn't gonna fill itself.
It's gotta be to compliment me on my driving, right?
Trying to be a smartass, ma'am? Nobody likes a smartass.
Uh-oh.
Do you know how fast you were going?
Yes.
And?
Yes, sir?
A smartass playing dumb. Aren't you just a perfect blend of obnoxious?
I guess so. Look, I'm really sorry, officer. I'm in a huge hurry to this thing, and the road has been empty for miles. You know how it is.
Well, what I do know is that the speed limit here is 65. I clocked you at 77. You're getting a ticket.
Oh, to the movies? I prefer horror flicks.
Regular comedian, huh? Don't quit your day job.
65 miles per hour. What's that in kilometers? Have to look that up. I need a converter on my side to understand the game.
Well, here we are after a 40-minute drive and a harebrained speeding ticket. God, I really need a smoke. Does anyone object? Guess not. Dead people rule.
Of course they don't object. They're here because some of them smoked. Pretty sure. It's my turn. Okay, cool. Let's look around. Price. That's fancy, and it's the only one having, like, a mausoleum thingy. So they must be rich, the Price people. Oh. We have to finish smoking before we can look at stuff. We can look at the tombstones, that's pretty cool.
No time for that now. I'm late for the funeral.
Oh.
No time for that now. I'm late for the funeral.
But that.
No time for that now. I'm late for the funeral.
Okay, let's leave.
No, I'm not leaving just yet.
Okay, you got me.
No time for that.
Yeah. I can click it away.
No time for...
Oh, hello.
We are gathered here today to honor a person of great integrity, a pillar of the community, and a decorated war hero. His name was Joseph Irving Rain. We all remember his warm heart, his compassion, and his eagerness to help others. His passing, while our loss, is surely heaven's gain. Now we entrust our brother Joseph to God's mercy. We commit his body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. In sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life through our Lord Jesus Christ. who will transform our frail bodies so that they may be conformed to his glorious body, who died, was buried, and rose again for us. To him be glory forever. Amen.
Oh, Kathy, you big baby. Just talk to her.
So, if this was her grandfather,
Rest in peace, Grandpa.
yeah,
I wish things could have been different.
but she doesn't know him? Mrs. Rain. So that's her grandmother, not Mrs. Rain. Let's look around before we trigger anything. Elizabeth Parker. June, I think, 30th in 1915 to 1975. Is that one? No, not that one. Ah, it's his. Oh, it's back there. Not yet in place. Joseph Irving Rain. Irving? That's a weird name. March 17th in 1924 to 1995. He's dead for quite some days. Wasn't it the 25th? Eric Mitchell, 15 to 76. Isn't that... Wait. Eric Mitchell. Isn't that the same date? Is it important? 15 to 75. Parker. 76. No, it's not the same. Lily Myers. 59 to 75. Didn't get old.
A family mausoleum. It says price. The family must have been fairly rich. Those things don't come cheap.
Yeah, my thought too. Shane L. Stevens, 36 to 80. David Spielman, 55 to 94. So last year. Eleanor Foy, 49 to 89. A lot of people didn't get very old in this place. Does that mean something?
No, I'm not leaving just yet.
It's fair. Oh, it's the Kate Mobile. Okay. Can look at all of them. Ernest Johnson, 25 to 86. Anne Blackwell, 22 to 81. And Benjamin Hayward, 22 to 79. Stephen Cummings, 46 to 92. Huh. Why do people die young in this place? Apart from some. Mrs. Rain.
Excuse me? Mrs. Rain?
Have we met, Anne? You look strangely familiar.
It's me. It's Catherine.
Catherine? Who?
You don't recognize me? I guess it's been a while. I might be a bit taller than you remember me.
Kathy? Bless my soul. Look at you, all grown up. Oh, how I wish Joseph could see you now, finally coming home.
Let's hope he can. Wherever he is.
A comforting thought, dear. Lord, how long has it been? 10 years? 15?
15 sounds about right. I was 6 when Mom took me away.
Goodness, we have some catching up to do then. I want to know everything. Listen, I'm not quite ready to leave yet, but why don't you join me at the house in half an hour?
Sure, I'd love to. I passed it on my way here. It shouldn't be too hard to find.
I'll see you soon then. I'm so glad you found your way back home. I can't wait for us to have a chance to talk.
Same here. See you in a bit.
New location added. That's awesome. Ah, we could have looked
Rest in
around.
peace, Grandpa. I wish...
So, 24. So they're she must be in her 70s too. Oh goodness. That's...
I'm sorry for
Yeah?
your loss.
How does he know?
If you wish to find God, the Church of the Holy Trinity is always open to you.
Nah, thanks.
Is that so?
Here, have a brochure. It's never too late to turn away from a path of sin.
And what makes you so sure I'm on a sinful path, Father? Wouldn't you say that prejudice is but a small step from the 7 big ones? Yeah, that's true. You're not familiar with the concept of lost cause, are you? No sin? But what am I supposed to do for fun? Yeah, that's a good reply.
And what makes you so sure I'm on a sinful path, Father? Wouldn't you say that prejudice is but a small step from the 7 big ones?
I simply meant that we are all sinful creatures, child. I hope to see you at the church.
Don't get your hopes up, buddy.
I'll
Elise.
pray for you.
Not for a sermon.
I wish you comfort in this time of grief.
How does he know who we are? We didn't introduce ourselves, and he cannot just know me, right? If even my grandmother didn't recognize me? Or did he listen in? What a creep. But bike selection? We have different bikes down the road? Literally. I'm sorry. We can go back to the cemetery or to the Rain residence. Oh, are we rich? Or is our grandmother rich? Well, let's check it out.
Grandma,
She was in Sweden.
anybody home?
It's a Swedish horse.
Cute red horse. It's some old
Yeah.
Swedish thing, I think. This paint looks fresh. Grandma must have had this restored recently.
A horse? Why would you restore a horse? It's souvenir things. You can buy them everywhere.
A
Boots.
mere single pair of boots on display. Boy, do we live in different worlds.
Because you have a ton? Ah, yeah. Let's look at
I'll
our
write down
stuff.
clues in this as I find them.
Is that
I'll
a clue?
write down clues in this as I find them.
How do we use stuff?
I don't think anything about that needs to be written down.
Okay. What the fuck? We have a stun gun?
NZ500 self-defense stun gun.
Crazy.
My smoke's about a half a pack. Started when I was 12 and never
Oh,
looked
man.
back. Pretty much the only thing keeping me sane.
It's the 90s, guys.
My trusty Zippo. The only thing my deadbeat dad left me. There's a crude inscription, BH, which is a mystery to me.
BH. We are the Rains.
I
Can I
prefer
light
to
one?
smoke outdoors.
Oh, that's at least good.
It's the brochure that priest gave me at the funeral. The logo stands out, but other than that, it's just the usual church mumbo-jumbo. Washing away your sins, salvation, blah, blah.
Yeah.
There's also an address at the bottom. You know, if I ever feel like getting my god on. Good old Satan. Better get his snowmobile ready for that day.
Oh, there's a lot to look at.
An old wheelchair. Not too dusty. Grandpa must have used it towards the end.
He was a war veteran, it said, right? And there were also other veterans at the funeral.
A small table lamp.
Phone book. Wait, what? We can call people? What's that? Conwell? Springs County.
I don't have anything to search for yet.
Dorm room. Oh, can we just like 911 or something? No. 555. Oh, I can't.
I don't have anything to talk about with E right now.
E right now? Wait, what?
I don't have anything to talk about with E right now.
With Eileen was her name, right? And I cannot call random numbers.
A wedding photo from when my grandparents married. They look younger than I am now. Things have sure changed. It's a photo of this very farm from way back. It says June 12, 1910 in the corner.
Wasn't he born in the 20s?
Some kind of winter forest scene. I've always wondered if it's supposed to be Conwell Woods or not.
So you know it, if you always wondered. Coats.
Nice black leather coat. Right up my alley. Dog fighting. Grandpa used to love that stuff.
Oh. Can we go upstairs?
I shouldn't overstay my welcome.
So where's Grandma then?
There's nothing quite like the soothing sound of rain falling on a window.
We cannot go upstairs.
I
right?
shouldn't.
Yeah. Okay. Living room.
Oh, hello, dear. I was just wondering what took you so long.
Sorry, I couldn't resist taking that old wheelchair for a spin. Oh, don't give me that look. I put it back.
You haven't changed one bit. Always kidding around, just like when you were little. Come have a seat. We have so much to talk about. So, now, tell me about your life in the city.
Oh, there's not much to tell. I'm going to school for journalism. It's my second year. I ride a motorcycle in case you missed it there out front.
Ah, that's right. Just like your father.
Yeah, I suppose.
I must ask, have you heard anything from your father? Anything at all?
No, nothing since he bailed way back then.
I expected as much. He disappeared without a trace. No matter, that's ancient history. How's Sharon then?
Sharon. So father's gone. Which of the two is a child of them? They're parents to the mother, not to the father, right? Tell the truth. You had her committed to a mental institution? So no one in this family talked. Oh wait, no, they are the Rains and we are the Rains. And if we have the name of the father, then they are the parents of the father who bailed and not of the mother. Although they could have taken back the old surname when he bailed, right? So that's possible too. Do we know any of that? I don't think so. But let's be honest, if it's their child, they will find out anyways, right?
Mom is... I had her committed to a place where she could get some real help. I just couldn't take it anymore.
I'm sorry to hear that. In spite of everything that happened when she took you away.
Yeah, about that. I'm sorry I didn't visit sooner, Grandma. Mom, she told me all these horrible lies about you and Grandpa. When I was old enough to understand what she was doing, I felt like it was much too late.
It wasn't your fault, dear. You were a child. I'm just happy that you're here now.
Me too. So, what about you? How have you been doing all these years?
I've been lonely ever since the accident. There's no denying that.
What accident?
Goodness gracious. Of course you don't know. She took you away before it all happened.
Don't know what?
I will never forget that dreadful day. August 16th, 1981. It was the middle of the night when Sheriff Truman knocked on our door. He had Joseph with him. I couldn't even recognize Joseph at first, all dirty and wet with an awful blank stare on his face, like his soul had been ripped from his body. Since that day, he never spoke a word, forever confined to that blasted wheelchair.
Really? For all this time? I had no idea.
It came as a shock to all of us.
That's horrible, Grandma. I'm so sorry.
Thank you, dear.
Whoa. Oh, so we do that automatically. So she had a rough childhood with a mother in mental disorder, but she had a rough life too, with a husband who was quasi gone. since 81. Over 10 years from now. Kinda stunner. I think now we can talk about these things that we noted down, right?
Why do you think Grandpa suddenly left that night in 81?
I haven't the faintest idea. He acted very peculiar not long before it happened, disappearing for hours at a time. At first, I even suspected he was having an affair. When I asked him about it, he just said he was chasing old demons. It must have had something to do with the war.
Oh. Post-traumatic stress disorder?
Maybe it was post-traumatic stress disorder? Grandpa always had a hard time showing weakness.
I don't know, dear. I'm just speculating. I didn't think too much of it at the time. Joseph was a man of few words. I'm sure he just didn't wish to burden me with it, whatever it was.
We can talk about all of that. Yeah, it's interesting. My grandparents have been on the other side in the war, and I don't know much about my grandfather either, because he just didn't speak after he came back from the war. And my grandmother had also a hard time, because when he finally died, I was still a child back then, when he finally died, she kind of had a second youth, so to speak, although she was already in her 70s like this old lady. And she enjoyed the last few years that she could enjoy without the grandfather, but she would have never, ever admitted to that. She just did it. She was a very strong woman. And if I had been older and had recognized that back then, I only know that in retrospective, when thinking about it now, then I would have admired her a lot for that. Because back then there was no help whatsoever. These old people just were on their own after the war. There was no psychological help or doctors who even recognized that they came back broken from the war. It was a whole generation kind of lost to mental issues, and that's how they raised their children. War breaks whole generations. It's horrible. What did the doctor say?
What did the doctors have to say about Grandpa's condition?
Persistent vegetative state. That's what they call it. I've heard it all by now. One doctor said it was a stroke. Another claimed it was a seizure. The third hack tried to sell it off as a severe infection. It's all a load of tripe. I had an MRI performed on Joseph. It's one of those state-of-the-art head scans.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yes, well, according to the scan, his brain was completely intact. They thought it was a technical problem at the time, some kind of glitch, but the result was the same after 3 different scans on 3 different machines. Eventually, they had to confess that they simply had no credible explanation for the state he was in.
And this injury just happened to occur on the very same night he mysteriously disappears?
Indeed. I refuse to believe it was a coincidence.
What about the police?
What did Sheriff Truman have to say about the matter?
Not much. He said they simply found Joseph in that condition on the outskirts of town. The sheriff was convinced there was some kind of foul play involved, but the investigation turned up nothing. He later said that he was sorry, but that he was forced to close the case.
You know, I could try to find out more about this.
You're welcome to try, dear. Some kind of closure would mean the world to me.
Okay, I think I'll head over to the sheriff's station for a little chat then. Would be nice to witness police doing some actual police service for once.
Sure, you go ahead. Let me know if I can be of any more help.
Nice. Oh, now we can start investigate. Can we?
I don't want to show her that. She'll just start worrying about me.
Oh, we just click on it to show it. I wanted to tease her.
I don't want to show her that.
Okay.
I don't want to show her that.
But the BH, she might know.
What do you think about this church, Grandma?
They seem harmless to me, but they can be a bit pushy at times.
Yup,
Huh, you could say that. Handing out pamphlets at funerals is in pretty bad taste.
it is.
Awfully strange behavior for a priest, I'll give you that.
Yeah. At least they recognize that that's weird. So we have nothing else to talk about if we don't show her the BH lighter.
Well, gotta go, Grams. Talk to you later.
Bye, Kathy.
Okay, that's how we end conversations. Can I still? Oh,
There
yeah.
are a few things I need to ask you, Grandma.
Very well, dear.
And then we go back into that screen. Okay, cool.
See you
cool,
later,
cool.
Grams.
Take care, dear.
She's a nice old lady. I like her. Oh,
There are a few things.
Very well.
I went right back on
Well,
the couch.
gotta go,
Sorry.
Grams. Talk to you later.
Bye, Kathy.
I wanted to investigate the tea set. Grandma, coffee table.
Grandma has prepared some tea for us.
You didn't drink any.
Nice
Clock
leather chair. Freckles, the old farm cat, used to love that thing.
Oh, where is it? I mean, must be dead by now.
Planes, and more planes.
So he was a pilot in the war.
Grandpa in his Air Force uniform.
yeah.
Looks to be in his early 20s. That's my great-grandfather, Eric Wren. I never met him. They changed the spelling to Rain after he died, I think.
Ah. That's their old family
Some woman
name.
dressed fancy. I'm not sure how I'm related to her, but she has my hair. Planes,
Okay. That's the same, right?
planes,
Yeah. Boobs.
expensive-looking scotch. That thing has been standing there forever. I used to love digging through those drawers when I was a kid, looking for coins, buttons, and trinkets.
It's the same, right? Sideboard. It's a huge window.
There's nothing quite like the soothing.
Okay, it's the same. Do we have something interesting in the bookshelf? What's on the bookshelf?
A decent-sized book collection. Most of them science or history related from the looks of it. An intricate toy airplane with moving parts. I remember playing with that. Grandpa had a whole collection of them.
Cool.
That's where the nice china is kept. Only for special occasions. I have yet to see it outside the cabinet.
Oh, that was another recording session, right? Than the others?
Grandma always had
Yeah.
a penchant for little angel figurines like these. I bet E would love them.
E is alien. I have to get used to that they only refer to themselves with the first letter. It's weird.
A painting of a blue sky with clouds. Probably supposed to be a backdrop for those angels.
Okay. We have everything, don't we? Painting, miniature plane, window, grandma, coffee table, booze, photo. Yeah. Awesome. I like it. That's pretty cool. And we get to investigating in the next episode. And I think we can now move on to the sheriff's place, right? That's what she said. So at some point we'll have a screen full of locations maybe, but it also might be that some locations are not available anymore when we move forward. But we'll see how that works. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you have some background information concerning like the American way or style of the game, let me know in the comment section. I'd be interested in that because I'm European. I have no idea what's going on. So, I mean, I know the history, but not little details like living things and such in the 90s. So yeah, feel free to let me know, but don't spoil the story of the game. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful and adventurous day and goodbye.